What's up, everybody? Welcome into A to Z Sports Picks. Brad and I are going to have a great show for you this Friday. Get you all set up for the betting week. Brian, my man, how we doing, buddy?
Doing good, brother. Doing good. Let's do this.
Let's do it, man. I appreciate everybody being flexible. I had a couple things pop up really quickly, so we needed to wait a couple minutes, but you know what? We're here. Everybody, welcome in A to Z Sports Picks. I'm Alan Bell of CBS Sportsline, alongside Brian Edwards of VegasInsider.com. A to Z Sports Picks brought to you every Tuesday and Friday by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Everyone, make sure to download that BetMGM app. If you use promo code A to Z Sports, you get a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. I've done it, used it. It's fantastic. They get those credits in your account ASAP. That's BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Must be present in the state of Tennessee. For gambling problem support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789. So, Brian, all that said, let's hop right into it. I want to hear your best prop bet this NFL weekend.
Forgive me. I'm gonna go off script and do a prop for UFC 269. If everybody's all right with that, can we do that?
All bets cash, baby. What do you got?
Let's do it. Let's go with my man Tai Tuivasa. He's the guy that when he wins, he gets the shoey and they pour beer in it and he downs them. He is to win in round one. Tai Tuivasa is plus 340, and he has won 3 fights in a row by first-round knockout, and I think he's going to beat Augusto Sakai tomorrow night by first-round knockout, and we get a plus 340 payout on Tai Tuivasa first-round KO.
Nice. I like it. All right, I'm going to go to the Dallas Cowboys. I've got CeeDee Lamb over 69.5 receiving yards. Look, I think a lot of it's going to be on him. I think a lot of it's going to be on this Dallas Cowboys offense. This is going to be the first time all year that they are fully healthy at the wide receiver position. Also, if you look at Dak Prescott, his history, there are 2 factors that he plays at his absolute best. When he's playing against the NFC East, he has a winning percentage of 78% in his career. That's better than Peyton Manning had when he was in the AFC South, AFC West. Peyton was at 76%. Number 2, Dak Prescott, when he is on extended rest, 10-2 against the spread in his career, 2-0 against the spread this season. The Cowboys are actually 3-0 against the spread on extended rest this year. So I think the Cowboys offense is going to light up Washington. Let me get CeeDee Lamb over 69.5 receiving yards. Okay, Brian, next one. And let me say this really quick. Johnny Bell says, tighten up. Welcome in, buddy. Love that last name, by the way. Second, our man Lewis says first. All right, there we go. Appreciate you guys being in here. All right, Brian, tomorrow, it's going to be a Saturday without a full slate of college football. But we do have Army versus Navy, okay? So let me lay out what we have here. Army is a 7-point favorite. We have a total of 34.5. Now, the under has hit in this game 15 years in a row. But 34.5 would be the lowest point total that we have in FBS all season long. So, all that said, where are you going, Brian? What do you got?
I'm going to stay away from the total. I'm going to go with Army -7. Kenui Matalolo has been terrific at Navy, for, I want to say 15 years. I don't feel like looking it up right now, but it's kind of gone south on him the last couple of years, and Army has been really good here for several years now. They have won 4 in a row, all by 7 or more, including a 31-16 win at Liberty in their last game a couple weeks ago as a 3-point underdog. The Black Knights are 8-3 straight up, 6-5 against the spread. But 3 of their non-covers came as double-digit favorites. Navy is 3-8 on the year, 7 of their 8 losses by 7 points or more. Army won 15-0 last year. I'm going to go with the Black Knights -7, and I'm going to stay away from that total. Although, as you pointed out, 15 in a row, that's pretty incredible. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when Air Force plays Army, Air Force plays Navy, and then Army Navy as well, I believe it's a 40 unders, 9 overs, and 1 push in the last 50.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Service Academy unders. Yeah, they
Man, you're frozen up on me. I don't know if I'm frozen on you. I'm going to dip out and come back in, Alan. So sorry if I'm interrupting you there.
There we go. All right, sorry about that. I think we had a little bit of an internet internet issue here. So wait on Brian, it'll fix the screen on you. Look, Chris Yancey says Army by 10.5, and he's retired Navy. Look, I agree in the sense of this, Brian. I think we're back here. We've got some terrible weather here in Nashville, so apologies for everybody. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't want to mess with the total. I am gonna go with Army here. I think they get the job done now. Paul Sawyer says he's going Navy in the over. Yeah, look, I kind of like this over, man. Like 34.5 is so low. It's so low. But yeah, it just scares me. It just scares me. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go Army -7 on the spread. Okay. Yeah. Now, here we go. All right. So before the weather in Nashville destroys us again. All right, Brian, give me your quick NFL Week 14 locks to jump on now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with my Falcons. They are 4-2, both straight up and against the spread on the road. They're obviously deplorable at home, but they also have the neutral win in London over the Jets. And Carolina has lost 4 in a row at home. They're a mess right now. They got no J.C. Horn, no Christian McCaffrey, no Joe Brady. They got rid of him this past Sunday. So I'm going to go with the Falcons. I'm also going to roll with Tampa Bay. -3, you know, Buffalo's on a short week off a very physical football game. And, you know, I would take Tampa Bay -3 against anybody except for probably the Patriots and maybe the Packers right now. So Tampa Bay -3, the Falcons +2.5. And I'm keeping an eye on maybe playing the Raiders. Depends on Waller's status, which I haven't looked at today. At last look, he was very questionable. And I think Tennessee is a good tease team potentially, or moneyline parlay team. And but right now I'm just Falcons and Tampa. Oh, and Green Bay -7 in the first half against the Bears.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna go Cowboys -4 again. I'm gonna ride them. I think their offense shows up. I'm gonna go Bucks -3. Okay, Tampa Bay. They've won 5 straight at home. Actually, they haven't lost at home since before the Super Bowl. They've won their last 4 home games by 20-plus points or more. I'm going to go Bucks -3, go Cowboys -4, and I'm going to go Titans -8.5. And here's a nugget for you. Coming off of a bye with the Titans, Mike Vrabel's 3-0 straight up, 3-0 against the spread, and he's won all 3 of those by 14 points or more. And you look at Trevor Lawrence. You want to know a stat on Trevor Lawrence with the Jags? He's thrown 1 touchdown since Halloween. 1.
Ooh.
1, son. 1. Yeah. I feel that Tennessee is going to be healthy coming out of this bye. I think Julio Jones is going to be healthy coming out of this bye. Give me the Titans -8.5. All right. Jumping to the 1 Titans bet to ride against the Jaguars. I'm also going to go with the over 43.5. I think Tennessee gets in the 30s. And I Jacksonville will score. I don't think that Tennessee's defense is going to pitch a shutout or anything like that. Like, I don't think it's going to be any kind of massive, 38-3 type of game. Like, Jacksonville will score, and Jacksonville might even put up some garbage points at the end. But this is a really low total. Give me over 43.5. What do you got?
Man, I'm going to go on the other side of you there. I'm going to go under on this game. As you pointed out, Trevor and his struggles, and the under has cashed in 7 in a row for the Jags and is on a 10-1 run for the Jags and is 10-2 overall for the season. The Jags have scored 7, 14, 10, 17, 9, and 7 in their last 6 games. And we all know the Titans offense is struggling without Derrick Henry, only putting up 13 in the last 2 games. So I'll go under 43 and a hook on Titans Jags.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. Best parlay of the weekend. All right. I've got a 5-leg parlay here. Okay. All money line pays out plus 395. Army money line, Cowboys money line, Seahawks money line against the Texans, Titans money line, Bucks money line, plus 395. What do you got?
All right, I'm going to go with a 4-fight parlay for UFC 269. I'm going to go with Dustin the Diamond Poirier over Charles Oliveira in the main event. In the co-main event, I'm going to go with the women's GOAT, Amanda the Lioness Nunes, and then Tuivasa, Sean O'Malley in the pay-per-view opener. So that's Poirier, Nunes, Tuivasa, 76 cents.
Okay, read it to me one more time.
Dustin Poirier,
yep.
Amanda Nunes, Tai Tuivasa, and Sean O'Malley. 4-fight parlay, 100 gets 350.76.
Nice. Okay, I like that. All right, speaking of UFC, break it down. What do we have this weekend? What's the card look like? What fights? You kind of already jumped into it. What are you seeing?
Well, obviously I like the prop for Tuivasa, and Tuivasa is my favorite pick on this card. He's minus 110. Like I said, he's won 3 fights in a row by first-round knockout. He's won 5 of his last 6. Augusto Sakai has lost back-to-back fights. That's his opponent, obviously. In the main event, I'm going to go with Dustin the Diamond Poirier. He's a minus 145 favorite versus Charles Oliveira. Dustin is in terrific form right now. So he is 8-1 in his last 9 fights. The only loss to Habib, who has never lost, and he's got wins over Max Holloway, former featherweight champion, Eddie Alvarez, former lightweight champion, Conor McGregor, former featherweight and lightweight champion. He's beaten him twice. He also has a win over Anthony Pettis, former lightweight champion. So that's 5 wins. Or no, I'm sorry. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, 5 wins over former champs. He's also beat Justin Gaethje, who's going to get the winner of this in a title shot. And he's also beaten Jim Miller and Dan Hooker. Whereas Oliveira, his top 3 wins, now he's on a great run as well, but he hasn't faced nearly the level of competition. His 3 best wins are over Kevin Lee, who just got cut by the UFC recently. He beat Tony Ferguson, but it was 7 months after Ferguson took that beating from Gaethje. And he's beaten Michael Chandler, who is a hell of a fighter, but he is 1-2 in the UFC. So you really can't compare the resumes. They're both on great runs, but Dustin has had a bigger degree of difficulty. So he's minus 145. I like that. And I'm not against a play on under 1.5 rounds for at a minus 110 price. Because if Oliveira wins, I think he gets him by a submission early if they go to the ground. And I think Dustin can knock Oliveira out at any time during the fight. I'm also going to go with the prop bet for Nunes to win in round 1. It pays plus 150. And I also like the co-main event with Nunes and Juliana Pena to go under 1.5 rounds. I think Nunes gets the KO early, and there you go. And it's a great card. If you only watch 2 or 3 cards a year, this is definitely one of them. I would get the pay-per-view or go to your local watering hole that provides it.
It's always nice to get the watering hole in there. No, this is going to be a great card. I'm with you. It's going to be fantastic. Really quick before we jump out of here, Lucas Burke says, I don't like the Cowboys. Can you explain why you do so? Let me say, man, like completely honest, like what you just said in your next comment, Washington rolling in at home. But I don't disagree. Like there's nothing that says fade Washington. There's nothing negative that I can say about them. They're well coached. Ron Rivera's doing a heck of a job. Taylor Heineke's doing a heck of a job. I know that they have some injuries, but the Cowboys do too. And we don't even know about Tony Pollard's situation. But what I like here is that I do like this Cowboys offense getting their wide receivers healthy again. We haven't seen it all year, and I think that it is going to fire itself back up in terms of a point total that we haven't seen here in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And quite frankly, I'm gambling more on my end as opposed to taking Washington with the points at home. Like you said, I agree. Like this is more me taking a risk on my side, thinking of what I'm going to see out of this Cowboys offense. And if it does, I don't know if Washington is built to play that type of a game. I think they can. Again, like I have nothing negative to say about Washington at all. At all. Like they're playing excellent football. But at some point during the streak, somebody's going to take them out of their rhythm, not allow them to play 19 play drives that go for 12 minutes. They ended in a field goal, and that's good. Like somebody's going to take them out of it, and I think Dallas is the team to do it. So again, I don't disagree with anything. If anybody's playing Washington, you will never hear a negative thing out of me about it. They're an excellent football team, very well balanced on both sides of the ball, and very well coached by Ron Rivera. Just basically gambling on my end, if that makes sense. So Brian, before we jump out of here, buddy, any final thoughts that you have?
Well, I just want to take back something I said on Tuesday. I said we were talking about some teams who might be missing guys. Jake Haener, the stud quarterback from Fresno State, he's taken himself out of the portal. He is returning to Fresno State. Apparently, there was an academic issue for him to transfer to Washington, so he's back in for Fresno. I also just mentioned Jacob Copeland, the Gators' leading receiver. He's in the portal. He's out for the bowl game, and we'll go over some more of those next week. Good luck to everybody this weekend.
Yep, absolutely. And thank you guys so much. Hey, we did have one question. Lucas asked if, Brian, if you'll put these posts on your Twitter in regards to your UFC picks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a preview and all my picks on majorwager.com, and I will tweet that out, that link. But you can look for it on my Twitter or at majorwager.com later today.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that, buddy. Everybody, again, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Make sure, if you haven't done so yet, download that BetMGM app. Use promo code A to Z Sports. Get a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. I've done it, used it. Fantastic. And you know what? Let's cast some bets, man. Thank you guys so much. Brian, thank you, buddy.
Do it.
Yep. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Good luck, everybody.